Seeing in this hour. You haven't seen it in any of Jay's shows this weekend. These are brand new for you and brand new markdowns as well. This was $200 HSN price. $290 appraisal. It is 3 beautiful strands. I put it on very quickly. When you put it on right, that will actually just glide right there. $21.98 to get it home. Of course, we're very, very limited. You get all 3 strands. They are all together on that sterling silver attachment, and then you get the 2 3/4 inch extender. So it's 18 inches long, 2 3/4 inch extender. And this is, I don't even know how to pronounce that, Hubei?
Hubei, but pretty close.
All right, that was close.
Okay, so what makes this so crazy and so unique and different, again, this is vintage antique turquoise. Okay, this was mined in the late 70s, early 80s. This is the turquoise everybody, again, the collectors go after big time. Nobody has this material. It's almost impossible to get it. We just had, in December of 2018, we had a Hubei necklace that blew out. The reason it blew out, we actually, one of the original miners, we were able to buy his private stash, right? The only way you get this rough, how we got this rough right here is a friend of mine who's part of my turquoise buying group, I guess the turquoise mafia we call ourselves. So, he did. Now think about this. This is dedication, all right? So for 3 years, he went about every 6 weeks, and he would go to the Hubei region. And do you know, like when gold and silver and everything, when gold went crazy, and you would see all these signs, you know, at the hotels and stuff, bring your gold or bring your silver. You know, we buy silver, we buy gold, right? And people are bringing in their antique silver sets and everything like that because, you know, the silver price has gone up or the gold price has gone up so crazy that, you know, that they can, you know, that now they can sell it, right? And they're going to sell it for, so they're going to melt this antique, you know, for the silver weight. Well, he did kind of the same thing, but just turquoise. Not that they were going to melt it, but you can't buy this turquoise. This was mined in the 70s and 80s. It's all closed down. In fact, the government, you can't, as a Westerner, you can't even go into the region. In fact, even the people of the country can't actually go in there. Hubei is the turquoise that started what we call the China turquoise syndrome, okay? This was Hubei was the very first turquoise that came out of China, that came onto the American market. China at that time, you know, people don't realize back then in the 70s and stuff, this was a closed society. You weren't allowed to go in, right? So here's what most people don't realize and don't know. Guess who started Hubei? American miners, American lapidarists. They saw turquoise come in. People from my region, from New Mexico, from Arizona, and from Nevada were the first people to go into China, show them how to mine, actually show them what they had, show them how to mine, and then actually started a market for their materials. It was America that started this. And this is why Hubei, the history of it, and why it's so highly collectible. And all the material you hear, again, was mined in the 70s and 80s. My friend, what he did is he went in for 3 years, and he would go to the thing and say, look, we buy turquoise. So the people that worked at the mines before they closed, you know, everybody has their own private stashes, right? And they would bring in some people, like maybe their dad was a miner or maybe the actual miner, you know, and they would bring in and he would buy and trade. That went on for 3 years until after a while, we weren't getting zero. I mean, like there was nothing to buy, right? People just didn't have any more rough stock. So this is something you don't see every day.
Vintage turquoise, that's
you
really
just don't see it. They call it, if you look it up, if you do the research on Hubei, they call it, actually it's called vintage or antique turquoise.
And we are very, very limited as well. You know, we're about to take a phone call from Pennsylvania. Want to let you know what we have coming up as well. So Henry, give us 1 second and we'll be right with you. This is a great opportunity to be able to get that Hubei. Remember, vintage turquoise that, of course, you can't get any other way. This is just a quick sell on this collection. This is called the